guys, I'm Laura.
I'm Gabriel.
And welcome to our YouTube channel. So a couple of weeks ago, me and Gabe started to talk about making a channel, and we thought it would be a kind of fun idea to do because we wanted to remember we do a lot of things that we will like to look back at, and in this way we can make memories and record them and show you guys. And it's gonna be a journey. Our channel is mostly gonna be our vlogs of things and adventures that we do. You're gonna see a lot of our friends, our family, and a lot of more about us as a relationship.
Alright, so a little bit of background on us. We've been in a long distance relationship for about 2.5 years. After about 4 or 5 months that we started dating, my whole family decided to move to Nashville from Houston. And that was very devastating. It was pretty hard for us, but we stuck through it. So we're now engaged, right?
This is the hand.
So we're now engaged. So obviously we're not experts in long distance relationships, but we do know a couple of things that that got us through it.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna answer a couple of questions on that subject.
Yeah. A lot of you guys were wondering and were more curious on how we made it work. The trips and the talking, communication, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Did we ever have doubts when we first started long distance?
I did.
I did too.
Okay. I did because this is how he told me that he was moving.
We're gonna do that now?
Yes. This is the way I get back. Okay. Whenever he found out that he was moving to Tennessee, he made me watch The Notebook.
I didn't know how to tell her. Okay?
Many of you
So-
have watched it, and you've all said that you cried and whatever, right? And that's why I'm a big crier in movies. I cry for everything. So whenever he told me to watch it, I was like, oh man, I don't want to watch it and stuff like that. But I did, and I mean it's a good movie and everything. And then we had an event later on, and he was like, hey, did you get to watch the movie? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, what did you think about it? And I was like, oh yeah, it was nice. And he was like, well, you see how they went in they separated, and they were like, not like they were together at first, but the distance, but at the end they were brought together because they were meant to be. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so sweet. And then he's like, well, I need to tell you something, that I'm moving to Tennessee. And honestly, it just broke my heart. It broke my heart because I'm the type of person that I used to believe that long distance was impossible. You listen to other people, and people that give you advice, sometimes obviously they want good things for you, but they don't really understand where you are at or who you are and your mentality and how capable you are of doing things. So I've heard a lot of people that say long distance never works, even from like family members that they said, no, he's gonna go over there and cheat on you and stuff like that. And like at that moment where he told me that he was moving, I was like, you know what, I cannot do this. I told him, yeah.
Are we doing doubts or are we doing the backstory?
Well, I had doubts.
Oh, you did have doubts.
Yes,
She had
I
a lot of
had a
doubts.
lot of doubts. Like I was like, no, because you are going. Like everything that people told me, like I would tell him, like I don't know if you're gonna be doing this and that, and like at the end of the day, it worked fine. Like, I think I got over it. Like, yeah, I got over it. And then, so the first question that we got was, what helped you guys get through distance?
Well, for me, it was two things. One was a lot of communication. Constant phone calls, texts, video chats, more than we used to, because we weren't going to be seeing a whole lot of each other. So, we had kind of maintained some sort of a relationship. And another thing was like thinking about the ending of it, like where we were going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're engaged now, so that makes things a lot better.
Yeah.
But that helped me, have in mind that it's only temporary. That later in the future we are going to be together, and it's not going to be always like this.
Yeah. Since we started our relationship from the beginning, we said what we wanted out of this relationship, because obviously whenever you come to a relationship, both of you guys have passed, and you just need to see where your life is going, because a relationship, the way we see it, is that it has to have an end goal. Like, you cannot just go into a relationship thinking, oh, I'm probably gonna break up with them, and that's not gonna work out. Like, that's not a good, efficient relationship. Like, you're just wasting your time. So we knew what we were both getting into. So whenever when he told me that he was leaving, like, I remember, that we were gonna do this no matter what. So if you are in a long distance relationship, just like he said, look at the end result. He convinced me that we were gonna be able to do this. So I had doubts. Everybody has doubts at first of doing anything. Even our relationship, not even something involving a relationship, everybody has doubts. But honestly, you just need to overcome them. And long distance relationship is not bad, and you can make it work as long as you both want to make it work. Does that make sense? Okay, next question
What
is.
about my doubts?
Oh,
Is it all about you?
You didn't have any doubt.
Was it all about you?
You love me. I loved him too. Correction.
Loved.
Okay.
So we're gonna move on now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did you have any doubt?
Yeah,
Okay.
I told you.
Okay, what doubts did you have?
I don't know. Let's just move on. I didn't have any doubts. I loved her.
Did you have any doubt?
No, I didn't. That we were gonna be together?
Yeah. No, that we were gonna long distance.
Oh, no.
It was your idea.
It was my idea. My idea. No, I didn't have any doubts.
No,
That's why I didn't let her break up with me.
yeah. Okay,
How many times is that?
anyways.
Different
who's counting?
stories.
Who's counting? Well, what has been the best part of being in a long distance relationship?
Well, we've definitely grown a lot together, even though if we were apart. Communication got so much better. We learned to tell
Each other everything.
how to trust each other more. Really treasure the time that we did spend together. Whenever I came to visit, because whenever I came to visit, it was once every 2 months. Sometimes even like the first time was like third month after I left.
Yeah, the third
So
one.
it was only for a day and a half,
Yeah.
and
10 hours.
yeah, it was 10 hours,
10 hours.
and then I had to go back because it was driving.
Yeah.
It was a 12-hour drive, but we really learned how to cherish each other's time, and
The best thing that I cherish in our relationship is our time together. Because like right now that we're doing this video, he only comes for 2 days because of the holidays,
3 days.
3 days because of the holidays, and then he goes back. So the moments that we do get to be together, I really enjoy them, and it's just like if you were looking at like being with them for the very first time, because you're not seeing them for 2 or 3 months. So the moments that you get together, I love them. So yeah. Okay, so
Next question.
next question. How do you guys handle your similar personalities?
Well, see, sometimes whenever she's too, sanguine, or for the people who don't know the five love languages, the four different personalities, right? There's choleric, sanguine, phlegmatic, and melancholic. For those of you who don't know, read the book of personalities. But for example, we're both pretty much sanguine. We like to have fun all the time, and well, we kind of handle it because whenever she's very sanguine, I kind of mellow her out, so I balance her out. Hey, you gotta calm down a little bit. We both have fun, but we learn to kind of like balance each other out. If I'm being overly dramatic or something like that, she'd learn to calm me down.
Yeah. Also because I'm very choleric.
Oh yeah, and I'm very choleric too.
So he's more calming than I am because I feel like I let my emotions run the course. And why is that card there?
So back to the question.
The next question that we got was, I just got into my first relationship. How do I do that?
Well, like we said in the previous question, you have to know what you want from that relationship. If you want a serious relationship, you have to make sure that the other person is also serious in the things that they want. But if you just want someone to hang out with or just spend time together, then don't expect anything different from that. Mm-hmm. So pretty much, if what do you want from the relationship? Mm-hmm. And from then on, after you answer that question, then you can move forward with that person.
Yeah, and honestly, always be honest with your feelings. Like I always tell him, I never want to be afraid of speaking out my mind. If I don't like something, I want to be able to say it, and I don't want to feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say it. You should always be able to speak out of what you want, how you're feeling in any moment. And always communication, trust your partner, and always tell him or her everything. It doesn't matter how little it is, or you might think, oh, it doesn't matter, or it's not a big deal. Just tell them, because just like you're thinking that it's not a big deal, just tell them, it's not a bad thing, nothing bad is gonna happen. You just need to communicate.
And that shows the other person that you trust them enough to tell them how you're feeling, and that you could be comfortable with them.
Yeah. Another question that we got: what are the best ways to make sure you two are involved in each other's life, even from apart?
I send her a lot of pizzas.
Little
things like that.
I feel like telling them about your day also. Yeah. Because I know that every single thing that happens to me, I always tell him first. Like everything. Even if I'm at work, I always like, Gabe, this happened to me, and oh my God, this is happening to me right now. And I involve him with whatever my situation is. So he feels like he's a part of my life. Just like him, whenever something happens to him, he's like, Laura, this happened, and so on. So, you need to be able to the key here is communication. You just need to really practice on you speaking out your thoughts, how your day was. Make it interesting, like remember details. Like do not just say, oh, it was a good day, like details matter. And that's what I tell him all the time. Remember details. Remember that, you just want to be able to have, like, how whenever like you see a video or something and you feel like we're there with you, or like you feel like you can experience that moment also. Like if you were watching a movie, whenever you're watching a horror movie, you get scared. It's because it triggers your emotions. So basically, whenever you let your partner know what's going on, it triggers his emotions, thinking that he is there with you also, if that makes sense. Do you guys, another question, next question is, do you guys still get shy or embarrassed when near each other? No, we do not. We've been together for a long time.
Not a long time. Well,
Yes.
Together?
Yes, we've been together for a long time.
Well, we're in a long distance relationship.
Yeah. So we've been together for quite some time now. So,
we're very open about various different things.
Yeah.
So
like there's not a subject that we have not talked about. You know, we know absolutely
we took
everything.
a couples quiz, or kind of like a test of all the different things that we should talk about, and what are the 99% of the things that,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's not just like hovering over them, you know, it's kind of like going in depth with the questions. And again, communication, we talked about a lot of stuff.
How do you keep good communication without overboard texting? Well, you don't always have to text. We call each other a lot. He has a job where he goes long distance, like travels long distance. So he has time to talk on the phone. I absolutely don't do anything at my
She
job.
gets paid to do nothing.
I
She's
don't
at
do
work
anything.
right now, you know that?
I am at work right now. I'm at work right now. This is me working. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to have jobs
Yeah.
where we have somewhat a lot of free time and ability to talk to each other over the phone, sometimes even video chat even. So we have that.
Okay. Who's the one who starts the relationship arguments? Okay, obviously we argue. There's arguments in every relationship. There's not a single healthy relationship that does not argue.
So we have big arguments, we have small arguments, and
Yeah.
about little petty things, you know, that's every relationship. But it's really both of us, you know.
Yeah, it is really
It's,
both.
you know, if one of us doesn't get enough attention that day.
But I will give him credit for always wanting to find a solution, because he's the one that always calms me down, and he really does help me out in like being more, you know, like patient, and for me to be able to process the problem faster in order for us to find a solution. So yeah, I might start the argument, or we both do it, but I think mostly me. But he's very good at calming the situation down.
So I mean, the most important thing is to remember that there's always a solution to any issue.
Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching.
And tune in for the next video. Subscribe.